I had to turn my air conditioner off for a second to chat with you guys, but it is so hot. Hold on. Oh, there. Volume. My poor little air conditioner unit is doing its best work. I just did my hair, but I immediately had to put it up because it was way too hot. My upstairs is so warm. Thankfully, like, we have this beautiful, like, we're south facing, so we have this north wind that comes straight into the kids' rooms in the evening, so I'm able to just open up the entire upstairs and it cools down everything before everybody goes to bed. But holy Hannah, it is hot today. I know other places get hotter, but like, we're just not used to the extremes. Like, it's just so hot in the summer. And in like 3 months, it'll be minus 30. And that's life in the prairies of Canada. Anyway, hi you guys. I wanted to just pop on here and say hello because I want to vlog today and tomorrow. It's actually going to be a pretty exciting time for our family. So this weekend is really busy. The Stampede is in our town, so there's like the big Calgary Stampede, that's huge worldwide event, but then our town has a Stampede that's also like really big, but it's obviously small scale because it's a small town, but it's still a big deal. So we're gonna go tonight when Cody gets off work because it's free family day. It's supposed to kind of rain a little bit tonight, so I'm looking forward to going out when it's kind of drizzling and hopefully cooler. This pregnant lady is just ready for fall. Sorry to say it, summer lovers, I apologize. Sorry, I'm not having it. I'm done with summer. My kids are just downstairs because it's too bloody hot to play outside. They were out this morning, but now they're playing with friends. Like, they're playing with some of their homeschool friends just over the headset, like on games, and then they chat with each other. So they're still technically playing with friends, so I'm fine with it. They're in a nice cold basement. So tonight we're going to the rodeo. We just go for the grounds. Like, we don't actually go to the rodeo. We don't care to watch the chuck wagons or whatever. I am literally going for lemonade and mini donuts. That is my one goal. We're gonna go meet up with some homeschool friends and hang out and just eat food and see what entertainment there is and just go. And then tomorrow is the parade. So we have a really big parade. It's actually really big for a small town. My town's not that small, but like, yeah, it's a decent sized parade. We go every year. You guys have seen me film at the parade every year, but this year is different because we're in it. We are in the parade this year. I just found out yesterday, day before. So we're going to be in the parade with Cody's work because Ford is driving the parade marshal. I don't know. They're like helping sponsor the parade or something. And so every year, like, a parade marshal is not elected. It's like, it's an honor to be the parade marshal. So it was gonna be Cody driving the parade marshal, and that would be it. And then they asked if they could have two vehicles. So our Bronco is actually gonna be in the parade, and they're gonna take one of the other like Broncos that they have, and Cody's coworker and buddy is gonna drive the parade marshal in front of us, and then our whole family is gonna be in the Bronco. We took the roof off. We're gonna take the front doors off. We're gonna slap a Ford logo on the side of our vehicle just temporarily, and then we're gonna do the parade. And I was bummed because I was like, oh, we'll throw candy and that'll be so fun, but apparently we're not allowed to throw candy out of moving vehicles anymore. Like, we're going so slow. So slow. Like, we crawl through the streets. But I guess they changed the rules and you are no longer allowed to chuck candy at the crowds, unfortunately, from a moving vehicle. You have to walk. You have to have walkers and like hand the candy out. So we will not be able to throw candy, and I am disappointed about the kids. Were like, oh man, we wanted to throw candy at our friends. So I don't know. It's gonna be fun though, but we have to be there super early. I think we have to be there at like 7 or 7:30 in the morning, which is just way too early for our family. I think I'm the only one that can survive getting up. No, Mackenzie is pretty good. Cody is not a morning person. Grayson sleeps in every day. So it's gonna be an early start to the morning. But I wanted to film just because we're doing stuff like that. We're not going to homeschool meetup today because we're going to meet all of our friends at the Stampede throughout the day and everything anyway. so it's gonna be an exciting weekend. And then Cody has a long weekend. Well, he works on Saturday. Like, he goes, we're going to the parade, and then he has to go to work. But whatever. He gets 2 days off, and then he also has holidays coming up for our anniversary, so that will be nice. But yeah, I just wanted to pick up the camera and film because we're like doing little things and puttering around. And I'm going to film today. I was upstairs trying to edit a video, but it's too hot to be up there right now, so I've come down for an air-conditioned water break. It's already warm in here because I turned the AC off to talk to you guys for a minute. Crazy. I think it's like, right now it's like 29, feels like 33, which again, I have a few friends in like California and places where it's way hotter, but it's just different for us because it's not hot all the time. Like, we get just blazing dry desert heat in the summer, and it's just constant because the sky here stretches on for days. So it's just like sun just beating down on everything. And then we will drastically jump down. By the end of August, it will probably be 15 degrees and we'll be chilly and wearing sweaters. And last year, it was 35 degrees in August, at the beginning of August. And by the end of September, it was minus 35 because we had a cold snap come through. Like, it's just the biggest yo-yo weather ever. So it's like, it just feels really whiplashy sometimes to live here. Okay, enough talking about the weather. You know, you're watching either like somebody from the UK or somebody from Canada on YouTube when they talk about the weather all the time. I'm so guilty of that. Okay, so I'm gonna film some videos. I'm gonna try and maybe just film down here. I have a bunch of sit-down videos I want to film and try and get done this afternoon. I should really like kind of clean my house, but we'll see what happens. I'm just sitting here hydrating, trying to stay hydrated and like feeling baby kick and bunk around. It's punches that I'm feeling the most, and like head bops. Good morning, everybody. It is bright and early on Saturday morning, so the next day. I ended up not filming at the Stampede one because I'm glad it was free family day because it was kind of lame this year. We didn't have a midway. They weren't able to get it, and it was a storm was blowing in, so it got so windy to the point where we had to leave because there was like dirt devils forming everywhere. It is 6:45 in the morning. We are ready. So like I mentioned yesterday, our family's in the parade. So Grayson would like to show you the laundry basket of candy for us to hand out.
It is not anything else besides candy.
Yeah, so he just went and got a bunch of random dollar store candy. Mars, yeah. Okay, go eat your breakfast. We're just gonna use our Halloween buckets to carry it. So Mackenzie has volunteered to hand out candy. We didn't think we were handing out candy. I think I mentioned that yesterday. And then they were like, oh no, we're gonna get some people to walk because we go so slow that you have walkers. So now we had to go rush out and go buy candy. So Mackenzie and one of the other ladies that Cody works with is going to be handing out candy. We're going to take her child with us in the vehicle, kind of swap out Mackenzie for her little child, and then we're gonna just be the wavers in the parade. So we're excited. We need to be there. So it's almost 6:50 now. Turn around and eat your cereal. Grayson, it's getting soggy. Turn around. So we have to be there by 7:30 at the latest at the dealership. I think Grayson was gonna have pie yesterday and he just didn't. So it's clean. And so yeah, we're making good time. Everybody's getting ready. Kids are just eating breakfast. Everybody's dressed. So Kenzie's eating pie for breakfast. I don't care today. I'm like, whatever. Get some food in your body before we leave because it's way earlier than you're used to waking up. So we're excited. We are here. We're ready. I am the candy holder. We've got Gray behind me. We've got another little one with us. Kenzie's here handing out candy. I'm the refill. Cody's the driver. There's the other Ford people right there, and the parade is just filling up like crazy. So the route goes all the way down there in a big square. Oh yeah, there's like people behind. So we're at the front of the parade. So we're second. The police are first and then us, which is awesome because we get to avoid all the horse poop. Yay. Should be fun. Hi everyone, I'm trying to sit in a different spot so that I'm not always just at my desk every time I film. This vlog is all over the place. I have no idea even what is in the beginning of this video. I think we went to Stampede, but it was so windy I couldn't film. Then a storm was rolling in and it got so windy that like there were literal dirt devils just everywhere, and we had to run out of there. So I got my mini donuts and I got my lemonade though, so I'm a happy girl. And then this weekend has been really busy because what else did we do? We were in the parade. Oh yeah, that's what you guys saw last. We were in the parade. I couldn't film obviously during the parade. That was hectic and so fun, but it was insane. We had to be up at 6 and it was so busy. I think this was the biggest parade our town has ever had. The actual parade was longer this year than it normally is. Like there were more participants in the actual parade. We were at the very beginning. Like it was a police car leading the parade and our 2 Ford vehicles. And that was it. So that was fun. My cheeks hurt so bad for a little while from smiling and waving. But it was so much fun. But I think there were also way more participants than normal because we ran out of candy less than halfway through the parade and we had bought so much. We weren't sure we were actually able to hand out candy, and then we got told yes we could as long as we have walkers, and then we didn't know if there was anybody going to be assigned walking. And then last minute, like literally the night before, they were like, yep, we're going to have so-and-so walking, and then Mackenzie volunteered to walk as well and hand out candy. So we bought an entire laundry basket. Like we ran out to the store, bought like over $100 worth of candy, filled an entire laundry basket. And we still ran out a street and a half in because there were so many kids. And like, don't get me wrong, at first I'm sure Mackenzie was like throwing a little heavy-handed, but I just can't get over the fact that we ran out. So I think for next year they're gonna just try and collect candy over the year. We need like an entire wagon full or something. Like there's so many kids. Anyway, it was a lot of fun to be in though, and I'm just really happy that we got to participate, and the kids did so well. All of the kids. We had our kids and another dealership family's kids with us, and they did so great. They were absolute troopers. It was a really early morning. There was lots of boring waiting for them, but they were so patient and they did so good. So moving on, in other news, today is a big project day. Well, Cody has 2 days off in a row, which almost never happens because it's a stat holiday in Canada, in Alberta. In Canada. I don't know. It's a stat holiday here. So he's off today. And we're trying to get as many projects done as we can before the baby that require warm weather. So one of the big projects we're doing that I want to get done before school starts here is we are turning our basement into, like, don't get me wrong, it's not fancy. Like we're not renovating the basement. But we are putting a playroom, like we had the storage, remember we did the roller rink. Anybody who's been here for, the last 2 years, it was a roller rink for a little while that we used, and that was fun because we have offices in one nook of the basement, like Cody's office space and all of his computer and 3D printing and the kids' gaming computer and everything like that. And then we have this huge other section of the basement. So we're turning it into like a big kids playroom. One, to just free up space in their bedrooms. There was already toys down there, but it was getting really messy and disorganized, and I don't go down there enough. It was just turning into an absolute shit show, honestly. So we sat the kids down and we said, okay, you guys are old enough that you should be able to have a space where that is a playroom that everybody respects everybody's toys, because before we never really did the playroom thing because Mackenzie had a lot of small collections of toys that were really precious or really expensive, like all of Grayson's many Legos, and we now don't have to worry about like little ones choking or getting into it. And this is perfect because we'll be in the basement, so Zacharias won't be allowed down there. He'll have his own toys in his own spaces and on the main level, and so he won't be allowed down there until he's much older and can like not put tiny Legos in his mouth. But this also gives the kids a space to just be free and play, do Lego table stuff, play with the Barbie house, do whatever, watch TV, have kid space that they can just like romp around in. We've got the swing down there. So we're just gonna turn it into like a functioning space and not just a thrown together space anymore. Like we're just putting shelves down there and making it more intentional. But it's a project that I wanted to get done, and it's a pretty big project. Like eventually I'm gonna have to get a giant carpet or something. I'm trying not to spend a ridiculous amount of money on it either, because this is a really, really expensive next month. Just a really quick recap. School starts in like 4 weeks for us. We're going to start school, which means I have to buy curriculum and things like that. That gets expensive when you homeschool. In October, it's Cody and Mackenzie's birthday on Thanksgiving Day this year. Canadian Thanksgiving. I always have to say that. And then Halloween is always somehow expensive. And then Christmas, obviously, and I would really like to keep Christmas normal and the same as it always is, but then we're having a baby a week before Christmas, so we have to buy, like, normally everything could just go towards Christmas, but now we have to do Christmas savings, and then we also have to do all of the baby gear. So it's just a very, very expensive next few months, and we're trying to not go crazy, but also like keep kids' Christmas and our normal Christmas normal, the same as it is every year. So I'm trying not to spend $1 million or even hundreds of dollars on stuff like these little projects. That's why we're doing them together. The kids and Cody are cleaning down there right now, and then I'll come in and organize. We got shelves yesterday. We garage sale found two bookshelves, and those will be perfect for toy and game storage. I'm like kind of redoing our homeschool supply stuff, and then we have a couple projects, like I want to paint one of the kids' bed frames, but while it's still warm out, I'm gonna switch around some furniture. I'm looking for a very specific dresser, and if I for Zagreus, and if I can't find a good one that I want, that's like the vintage kind I want, then I'll probably still marketplace one and just paint it, because I like doing stuff like that. But we have like 4 weeks to do that before it gets cold here, so we have to start doing all of these little projects before the baby comes. We also have a little bit of painting to do in Grayson's room, because again, I don't know if I talked about this on the vlog, but when we moved in, the builders had to come back and put insulation in Grayson's window seat because there was no insulation in there. So they had to go like up through our garage and insulate where it wasn't insulated, because we had a winter here where the window was freezing and like we had ice build up in the winter, like in the house and on the windows. So they had to come and re-insulate the whole thing, and they did a really, really bad job patching it, and they obviously didn't paint over it, and we were too busy last summer. So that is something I would like to at least attempt to do. Cody's gonna resand the whole thing and make it actually look nice, because they were just, I don't know, they were just really lazy about it. And so we're gonna try and color match, but it's really hard to get a build color match. Okay, I'm rambling now, but basically those are the projects that we are trying to get done, and then obviously create, you know, spaces for the baby, and just get ready for him as well. So this weekend and next weekend, we're trying to get as many of these projects done as we can. So it's really fun, but it's really busy, and I haven't picked up the camera. But I'm quite happy. Like I'm nesting for sure. I deep cleaned, and I'm in a why do we have anything kind of mood. I'm like, why we haven't touched this in 2 years. Why do we have this? Throw it away. That's the kind of mood I'm in right now. So I have like a bag on my floor, garbage bag, full of just papers and junk that I had my shelves in my closet. I had an entire cube shelf unit in my closet full of craft stuff, sewing stuff, and like paperwork. And so I condensed it all into my filing cabinet office storage over there, like, which is our TV stand, because I wanted to use the cube shelf for either downstairs or Grayson's room. So I've just been like shuffling around and like mad nest cleaning, and I'm like, oh, we nesting. All right, that's what's happening. So yeah, that's what's going on today. I'm trying to like round out this vlog a little bit, so I'm going to film a little bit. Again, Playroom is not going to be anything Pinterest worthy. It's just a space that the kids can go while the baby is napping, and they can go be kids. And because I'm trying to accommodate for the fact that we have very different age gaps here, or age groups here. We have a kid in middle childhood, we have a preteen, and we're going to have a newborn baby. And although Zagreus will probably be able to sleep through most things because he will just be used to those noises, I also want the kids to have somewhere to go to just decompress or like just have space for themselves. So that's the plan. That's what we're doing. I'm gonna go get started.
If I wrote you a song, if I got every word perfectly weighted on a thin piece of paper, would it make any difference? Would it change for the better? If I wrote you a poem, if I posted a letter? Is it maybe because
Good morning, everybody. Whew, that was toasty. It's a little late to be in the garden at 11 o'clock in the morning, so I just want to show you what we harvested today. I noticed last night while I was watering, I had some big zucchinis in there. I had more than I thought. So I got some kale. We'll wash up. What I like to do is I grow a ton of kale. I mean, like half a row. So yeah, about 5 feet of kale is what I grow. And that will last us for ages. It takes a long time to bolt here, which is nice. Like we have a bit of a cabbage moth issue because my chamomile that I companion plant with is not as robust right now. I don't know, I think it's been too hot. Keep hearing phantom doors. So what I do is I wash all the kale and then I make my green smoothie cubes. If you've been with me for a long time, you know I do this. Because greens like kale and spinach can be really hard on the kidneys and things like that if you're constantly eating them raw. The way I preserve them and make them more digestible for our health is I will steam them all. So I'll put them in the fridge because kale will last forever in the fridge. I will steam it all and blend it with a little bit of coconut oil, and then I'll put it in ice cube trays and I'll freeze it. And each ice cube tray chunk is like almost a cup of, I think it's like a cup of spinach or a cup of kale, like the amount of like a full handful of fresh. So you really only need a cube or two for every smoothie. And then we eat fresh green garden smoothies all winter long because I process the kale. So if you're ever like, oh my goodness, I buy all these greens with every intention of making them into smoothies and then it doesn't always happen, it's a really good way to store it. So I have like water hiccups. I was chugging water really quickly because I was thirsty. So we got a really big one and two like regular, I was just checking a carrot. So there's that diddly dude. Big zucchinis. And then a good pile of fresh green beans for dinner tonight. And that's what I went and harvested out of the garden. I have 2 zucchinis in my fridge right now. So it's time to, yeah, I've got that gardener's manicure at the moment. It's time to start processing these zucchinis as well.
quite where I was, and suddenly you told me, baby, you're lost, but I am too, whatever.
This is why I blast my kale. There's a little caterpillar.
We'll make it through. Tell me you're the one for me now, 'cause what am I supposed to do? If you are not the one for me, then tell me now what
Vinegar,
I do.
cold water, and then veggies like this can soak. We picked up a spooder friend, so I'm gonna go put them back. And now I will let these sit in vinegar water for a little bit. This is a really good method to do, or the other thing you can do is heavily salt your water and soak things like this. Like my kale, I like to blast because, again, cabbage moths are a huge issue with kale all the time. So it just gets any cabbage moth, caterpillars off, any eggs, anything like that. It's better to blast those. Zucchini obviously washed fine, but like fine little tiny things like beans or snap peas or things like that, I like to soak, because any buggies, any dirt, any debris will float to the top and they will release from the vegetable. So it is the better way. With fruit, I would do salt water and not vinegar water, personally. But yeah, it's just a little tip for cleaning your veggies for those who are looking for it. All right, you guys, hello. I have to wrap some little gifts, so I thought that I would just chat with you and kind of wrap up the vlog, but also chat while I'm doing something so that I'm not just talking at the camera so much. So we have a birthday party coming up for my, it's like my nephew. My kids have an honorary aunt, and like I am his honorary aunt, and so we just, they're like nephews and nieces and everything. Anyway, it's his first birthday, so we got on these little cars. This is like a recycled brand. It's all made of recycled materials, but I love these, especially this brand, the Green Toys, because they hold up so well. And the plastic that they use, like the recycled plastic, it's colored, so there's no paint chipping. Like, it holds its life really well. Grayson still has toys from this line that he still plays with, especially like bath toys and stuff like that. So we got him a little dump truck and then some cars, just because he doesn't have any little cars to play with yet, and that was Grayson's favorite thing. So that is what we picked him up. Hopefully I have enough paper. I'm trying to wrap his gifts in paper so that he can practice unwrapping things to prep him for Christmas time. So okay, it's been such a muddled vlog. I am fully aware that this has been just like the most all over the place vlog. Also, if you can see how ripped my pants are, sorry. They're not ripped, but they're like just straining. Like, they're on their last leg. I don't know if anybody else, like, I've kept clothes for so long. And these leggings, I think I wore these through Grayson's pregnancy. Well, and before and after, and they're just so comfy. And they're something that fits me during pregnancy, even though they're not maternity. And I love them, and I kept them. And now I'm wearing them again because they're the best. Do you think that can fit? Yeah, we'll make that fit. So we have a really, really busy week this week. We are just all over the place. I have lots of like little meetings with people, little teas, little get-togethers. Everybody's just trying to like fit in little get-togethers and meetings before the end of the summer here, and that has been keeping us really busy. But not only that, we have a really, really packed weekend coming up, which I'm going to film about, but it's Cody and I's 12th wedding anniversary this Saturday, and I'm so excited. We don't have any major plans. We were going to maybe go away and do something, but neither of us really want to. Like, I'm pregnant. I want to stay in my own bed where it's comfy. And yeah, it's just a lot. We have a birthday party on our anniversary, so like we're gonna make sure we fit that in, and then we're going to, I think we have something else going on too, and then Cody and I are just gonna have a date or something sometime that weekend, because he actually has the entire weekend off. So he took 4 days of holidays, and well, he took Saturday off, like our actual anniversary, and the dealership naturally is closed on Sundays. But then he worked some extra shifts and covered for some extra guys last month. So his boss just said like, hey, thanks so much for always being there. Basically, why don't you take 2 extra days and make it a nice weekend for yourself? So that's what he did, because we were not going to take any of his holidays this year. We've been saving them all for when Zacharias is born, because obviously this is just the way we personally choose to do. Like, when we have babies, Cody will just take off a week or 2, depending on, this time he's only going to take a week off, so probably like 10 days it'll work out to be, probably with weekends, depending on when he's born. So we were kind of just banking all of his holiday for when the baby is born. I just want to make sure this is not too tight. But that was really, really nice to just have like a kind of a mini holiday, mini vacation for the summer over our anniversary time. So we still haven't made solid plans for what we're doing, but I will let you guys, I'm going to bring you guys along so you'll see when we have decided what the heck we get up to. As much as like, again, we felt like maybe we should do something special because it's 12 years married and that's a big deal. It's like kind of a big milestone anniversary. But at the same time, Cody and I are nothing if not practical. And we don't like to be told we should do something when we don't want to do it. So we both kind of were just like, I don't really want to. Do you want to? And no. Okay. So let's just do what we want to do. So that is our grand anniversary plan. Which will be really fun. But yeah, we had tea this morning with, well, I had tea this morning with a friend of mine who happens to be our homeschool facilitator as well. So that was super nice because we haven't actually seen each other since the beginning of, you know, the world going to shit. So it was really nice to see her again and kind of just like catch up in person finally. And also it's just like really nice when you can be friends with your homeschool facilitator, you know? I love that about the homeschool community. It's just like everybody's so friendly and kind and you just end up being friends with everybody. And it's the best. So we've got quite a few things going on. And then Friday is a really busy day too. Oh, but I'll be taking you guys along. I'm just trying to keep up with my filming schedule right now. Oh, that's cute. You'll be able to open that. I think I did that upside down, didn't I? Oh well. Still looks cute. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep up with my filming schedule now and get back in. That's not gonna work. Get back in the habit of filming regularly and just no. Oh, can we do it? Can we do it? We can do it. Yeah. We can do this easy. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back into the groove. So I asked you guys on Instagram today what you want to see in these normal casual vlogs because I've been sitting here like looking at the footage and I feel like I've just been filming random crap and it's not very well put together and it's not necessarily the quality I want to be delivering to you guys. So I was just asking what you guys like to see in the regular vlogs. Like, do you guys want me to show more like going out and getting bits and bobs? Do you guys like to see groceries? Do you like to see like coffee pours and chats? Like, I don't know. So I just want to put more in, and that's why I decided to sit and rap and talk to you guys at the same time. But I know this vlog is getting kind of long. I did put a little bit of gardening in there, and it doesn't make a lot of sense just because we've been really busy and we had a really busy weekend with the parade. Which again was so fun, but 6 o'clock is not our norm for this homeschool family. It was early for us. Cody and I finished the basement, our basement project. Did I talk about that in this vlog? I think I did earlier, where we're doing the basement as a playroom for the kids to have big kids space. We did it and we accomplished it, and it's nothing fancy. It's still our unfinished basement. It's just like really usable space now. And the kids love to hang out down there. All their toys are down there. Got a TV down there, and just like lots of space for them to just be kids. And it has been so nice. We've only had it for 2 days, but it's been so nice. And I can just envision that like while we're homeschooling and when the baby is here, it will just be so much better to just give them an option. Like, hey, baby's sleeping, go be wild downstairs. Because one thing I love about our house is you can't really hear each other on the different levels. Like for as much as these houses are built like cardboard boxes these days, it is really soundproof, and that's really good when you have children. Look how cute. There we go. Happy birthday. I love wrapping presents. It makes me excited for Christmas. What doesn't make me excited for Christmas is the real question. All right, so since I know this vlog is really funky and long, I'm just gonna end the video here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If it was all over, I haven't edited it yet. That is a mouthful. So once I do that, I will know if it's okay. But if you have any suggestions for any videos, or just tell me what you enjoy seeing, like why do you like to watch my videos? Are they cozy for you? Are there things you just like that are like go-to rainbow videos? Or like go-tos in my videos that you really like to see? Do you guys like when I show you stuff? Do you want like, I feel like I need to get a little bit more re-inspired. So if you want to take the time to let me know what you like about my videos, that would be helpful, or what you want to see in regular vlogs like this, what I should show more. That would be really helpful. And also if you have any other videos, like sit down videos you want me to do, or like I get really blunt responses sometimes, which is like fine, but like when people are like, oh, homeschool or motherhood or something, I'm like, okay, cool, but what specifically? Because sometimes for me, I'm living in it, so it's really hard to think about what somebody might want to see specifically. Like I just did a homeschool video about like advice for beginner homeschoolers. I would love to put out more homeschool video content, but I don't really know what people want to see, what people need to see. And so for me, as like homeschool is just such a normal part of my life, I don't really know what to talk about sometimes. So if you have any sort of suggestions like that, it's always so helpful. I jot it down, I like write it down and keep it and go through a list to make videos. So it's always so helpful when you give me suggestions. But I'm gonna stop rambling at you, and I'm trying to post a video every other day this month. And so far I'm keeping up with my schedule. There was a video yesterday and there's a video today. But that's just because I missed the first day. And so now it'll be every other day after this. So hopefully, as long as I can keep up with it. Thank you guys so much for watching and being here. I hope you are all really, really well. And we will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.